Good morning, everyone. Let's continue the module 4. We have discussed about the introduction part, including the introduction, need for I/O interfacing, and we have already discussed about various types of I/O addressing. Now we are moving on to various types of input devices. This will take 4 to 5 sessions. We will learn very slowly about each and every device. As I told you earlier, you can add your own points. You may study it in your school level about such devices. You can include that points inside this material. So along with this, you can learn from other reading materials also. Okay, before we are going to discuss about various devices, let us recall the major functionality of input device. An input device is a piece of hardware used to provide data and control signals to an information processing system such as a computer. So it's a piece of hardware that are used to provide data and control signals to the computer. The most common input devices are the mouse and keyboard. That is very familiar to all of us, but there are many others ranging from general purpose to special purpose devices. The input devices can be classified using various criteria, such as based on the modality of input, example mechanical motion, audio, visual, etc. Based on this, we can classify the input devices, and we can classify the input devices based on whether the input is discrete or continuous type. For example, if it is discrete, the example is key presses, or continuous means a mouse based on the mouse position. And the another category is based on the number of degrees of freedom. That is, we have two-dimensional devices, three-dimensional devices, up to six-dimensional devices, 6D devices. And there are another category called pointing devices, which include mouse, touchpad, trackball, etc. And we can classify the input devices based on imaging, audio and video devices. Examples: scanner, microphone, digital camera, etc. So these are the various criteria for classifying input devices, but we will learn some of the most common devices in this particular module based on your syllabus. These are the input devices we need to understand about, that are keyboard, and we have to see the pointing devices such as mouse, joystick, touchpad and trackball, then video digitizer, and we all know what is a remote control, then magnetic stripes, digital camera, microphone, sensor, MIDI instruments, that is a musical for the musical instruments. It's a interface for musical instruments. Then scanner. Scanners can be of varying types, that is optical character reader, that is OCR, optical mark reader, OMR, barcode reader, magnetic ink card reader, etc. We will learn each and every one in detail. Here you can see some of the input devices pictures. Keyboard, we all know what is a keyboard. Then pointing device, we have mouse. Then we have here joystick, and we have the laptop here, that is represented as a microphone. It is having a touchpad, and some of the system provide the touch screen also, that is also shown here. Then there is a trackball, which are usually used for gaming and all. Then video digitizer, it is not here but we will learn it later. Then remote control, that also very familiar to all of us. Then magnetic stripes, we know most of the credit and debit cards are available from the bank, and it is of type magnetic stripe cards. Then digital camera, that is also very familiar to all. Microphone, it can be in any form. This is one of the kind represented in this figure. Then sensors. Sensors can also be used as input devices, and MIDI instruments, as I told you, it's an interface for musical instruments. We will learn it in detail. Then scanner. Scanner is also an input device. It can be based on optical nature, or it can be based on the magnetic ink category, and it can be either barcode reader. Okay, this will be discussed in these coming presentations. This particular presentation will cover only two devices, that are keyboard and mouse. Here, keyboard is the most common and very popular input device which helps to input data to the computer. The layout is like a traditional typewriter, but it is having some additional keys which can be used to perform additional functions. Keyboards are of two sizes, 84 keys or 101 or 102 keys. But now keyboards with 104 keys or 108 keys are also available for Windows and Internet. The keys in a keyboard can be of varying types. First one is typing keys. These include letter keys A to Z and digit keys 0 to 9, which generally give the same layout as that of typewriters. And some keyboard provide separate numeric keypad used to enter the numeric data or cursor movement. Generally consists of a set of 17 keys that are laid out in the same configuration used by most adding machines and calculations. So if we are using such an application, for example, for billing and all, we can have this numeric keypad. It will be very helpful. And we have function keys. There are 12 function keys present on the keyboard, and it is arranged in the top row. We can see F1, F2, F3, etc. These are called function keys. Each key has a unique meaning and is used for some specific purpose. And we have control keys. These provide cursor and screen control. It includes 4 directional arrow keys. Control keys also include home, end, insert, delete, page up, page down, control, then alternate, escape, etc. And we may have some special purpose keys, including the enter, shift, caps lock, num lock, space bar, tab, and print screen. These are considered as the special purpose keys. Next very popular input device is the mouse. It's a type of pointing device, and it is the most popular pointing device. Very famous cursor control device having a small palm-sized box with a round ball at its base, which senses the movement of the mouse and sends corresponding signals to the CPU when the mouse buttons are pressed. Generally, it has two buttons called the left and right button, and a wheel is present between the buttons. A mouse can be used to control the position of the cursor on the screen, but it cannot be used to enter text into the computer. So this is a pointing device which can be used to point out the position in the screen. So we have two functions using the left button and right button, and we may have the scroll button between this to scroll down and scroll up. It is doing with the help of a wheel. So this is about mouse. These are some advantages of using mouse. We can easy to use. We can use this particular mouse in an easy manner. Then it is not very expensive. It moves the cursor faster than the arrow keys of the keyboard. So these are the advantages of using mouse. But without mouse also we can do all these. But if we are using a separate mouse for all these purpose, it will be more easier for the user. Thank you all. You have to remember some points regarding these devices. There is nothing to understand much, and you need not worry about the working of each and every device. You just understand these points, and you have to remember these points. So don't make it pending. After each and every class, you try to prepare your lessons. Then only it will be easier for you. This is not a tough module, but you may feel dry. That's why I am asking you to study in a systematic manner.